How to access your subconsciousness through lucid dream. By Kriya. In the past, I investigated a few things around the lucid dreams phenomena. With multiple successful attempts to try to prove the theory, I've come to a confident conclusion that you can get almost any information your subconsciousness holds from a lucid dream. As you might already know, the subconsciousness is like our hard disk drive, using computer terms. That's where you've saved all the information or impressions you've seen, heard, touched. Beautiful and ugly info. All the things you've come across in the past are not lost but stored in your subconsciousness. So the impression we usually have that we do not know much about anything, becomes false when taking the power of our subconsciousness into consideration. How can we not know lots of things when we've had many lives? Who knows how many reincarnations we have had so far? Do we know how much we've learned from each of those incarnations? For example, some of us were doctors in the past, so they have a great knowledge of biology. Others were among the generals of armies in the past, so they have knowledge of attack strategies. Some others were even in esoteric, ancient mystic schools, where they learned and experienced so much. So to think that all those experiences are lost is simply an illusion, since everything was recorded in the subconsciousness. And nothing gets lost in the subconsciousness. The subconsciousness is the trustful natural archive. When we reply to a question with, "I don't know," to an answer, it's like saying, "I don't remember." It's the same thing. Because to not remember means that the knowledge, the answer, is no longer in your consciousness, your awareness. But it's not completely gone. It is still present in our subconsciousness. And can be retrieved. That is what we call a memory. The fact that you can remember something proves that you never really lost it. Our consciousness does not keep impressions or information. What we remember comes from our subconsciousness. What you remember quickly is in your subconsciousness but close to the consciousness. This part of our subconsciousness is also referred to as short-term memory. This happens just like in our society, where files are archived and positions in order of dates for easy retrieval. In our consciousness, information is organized in the order of most recently used. That's why we can either remember things quickly or later. Easily or hardly. The thing with the subconsciousness is that we don't have direct access to it like we do with the consciousness, the awareness. It's common to see someone pausing his speech or work, taking few seconds trying to retrieve an information from his subconsciousness. The further the information is within the subconsciousness, the harder it gets to remember. To access and retrieve any info from it, we always need a trigger, a reminder. That trigger can be anything, an image, a word, a touch, a smell. You put that trigger voluntarily in your mind, and the subconsciousness will automatically bring forth the related hidden information to your consciousness. But you need to know the right triggers for the right info. We generally know the triggers which awaken the general information of social life, but what about the triggers which remind us of old knowledge? I found out that we can trigger very old information during a lucid dream. And it works just fine. Those who are familiar with lucid dreams know that we are fully conscious during the dream. We know we are dreaming in the dream itself. In general, during sleep our consciousness is inactive and our subconsciousness becomes the most active. But those who have learned to keep a good percentage of their consciousness awake, enter the dream with much awareness. That gives them the power to control the dream at will. They can modify all instances happening in their subconsciousness. In other words, this can be seen as entering your own subconscious mind. So here's what you may try when you enter consciously a dream. Within the lucid dream, have a wish to meet people who are knowledgeable in spiritual science. They will come to you because whatever you want during the lucid dreams happens. And then ask them questions. all the questions you have about spirituality for example, and listen to them carefully. Promise yourself to remember the received information for when you wake up. And once you wake up you can verify the info you received. At the beginning ask about general things you don't know the answer for, but which you can check the answer on the internet when you wake up. This is so you can check if what you learned from your lucid dream is accurate and trustful or not. Then as time goes, you will feel more and more confident to ask complex questions within the lucid dreams. Not to mention, many other information you may retrieve out of those experiences, like learning old languages, ritual practices, traditional healing methods. Don't take my word for it, rather verify this for yourself. Until another article, I wish you love and light.